Okay, I'm live, so let's go with it. So let's get into the topic. And as you all are coming in, do your do nows, drop your city and or state that you're from, say hello. Um, and I'm going to try to keep this short. It's not going to be a Q&A live stream. More as an educational and update live stream. So not a Q&A. We're going to try to keep this at 30 minutes or less. But I really want to share with you all some news. And as you're coming in and as you drop in your city and or state, I also want you to North Central Louisiana. Hello, hello, hello. I never heard of that. I also want you to do a hashtag for me, right? Someone on my live stream on last night said I was milking credit, right? Milking credit, or I'm going to milk credit, and so I want you all to hashtag. You remember the old milk commercials that says "Got milk"? Well, I want you all to hashtag as you are dropping your city and or state. Hashtag got credit, right? You remember that got milk, you remember that got credit. So as you all are coming in and you're saying hello and dropping your city and or state, I'm going to highlight it on the screen. Just know I may not give you a shout out, but I see you, right? May not give you a shout out, but I definitely see you. And again, for my pre-video affirmation, I'm looking for people who are creative and not complainers or critical, who hustle and not hate. And for those who are focused on prosperity, even in the recession, right? Even in a recession, focus on prosperity and not poverty. So I may not give everyone a shout out for the video's sake, for the my replayers and my viewers that will watch the replay. But as I click or see your profile, city and state, I'm definitely seeing you and giving you recognition, right? So I would love to give you a personal hello. But for time's sake, we're going to get right into the topic, right? Now, Martin, you always hashtag 313. So tell me what's 313? Bracketville, Texas. Okay, that's a new Bracketville, Texas. Pittsburgh, Texas. Got two Texans in the house. So got credit, right? We're gonna milk credit. Okay, Martin, now I have you. Now I got you from Detroit. So let's get into the topic. I saw this article today, and I did a live stream just on yesterday discussing that we were credit is the new income, right? Credit is the new income, right? And so some familiar places I haven't seen, so I will have to shout. I see Nashville, Tennessee in the house, Dallas, Georgia, okay, Abercrombie, Alabama. So let me share this with you all as we have more people coming in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the thumbs up to notify other people that we are live. So YouTube loves that algorithm, so do me a favor and hit that thumbs up. Also, if you watch Netflix, you know that something is required to watch, and it's called subscribe. So make sure if you watch my channel that you subscribe to this channel and you hit the bell notification button next to the subscribe button, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. So let's go into the article. As again, I stated on yesterday that credit is the new income, right? Credit is the new income. So the article reads, as eviction bans expire, Let me make this adjustment. As eviction bans expire, renters turn to credit cards, right? Renters turn to credit card. Just off the major traffic artery of 16th Street Northwest and Columbia Heights neighborhood in Washington, D.C. I don't know if I have anyone from Washington, D.C. tuning in, where gentrification has forced out generation of Latinos and Black renters. An 8-story apartment building is blanketed with hand-painted signs that reads, "Food, not rent," right? Hand-painted signs on an 8-story building, Washington, D.C., "Food, not rent." The black and red letters read, "Council rent." Julicia Pineda, 22, has been living in the building Richmond Towers with her mother and 2 brothers for 3 years. In March, shortly after DC Mayor declared a state of emergency in the city, Pineda was laid off from her job as a restaurant server. Almost immediately, Pineda, who is the main earner in her family, knew she would not be able to afford her rent without borrowing heavily. The family pays $1,950 per month for their 2-bedroom apartment. So this is in Washington, D.C. Sometimes we need to buy a couple of things, she said. It is a necessity to have money, right? And so this is why I've been coming before you all to tell you all that it is a necessity to have money right now, not to be focused on unsecured credit card debt. And it's also a necessity that if you have credit cards, to do whatever you can to keep those credit cards in good standing, so the line of credits will not be closed, because credit cards is the new income. You will need safe, secured credit cards for emergency times, right? Other families, some who have been called the building home for nearly 30 years, were in a similar positions. Panetta said many work paycheck to paycheck in the service industry, and after they lost their jobs, had no idea how they can continue to make rent. Along with other families in her building, Panetta began organizing residents to lobby its landlord for rent forgiveness. But 5 months into the pandemic that has killed more than 550 people in DC, neither the public pressure nor private lobbying has been successful. Panetta says that some of those families, including her own, have restored to increasingly precarious ways to pay rent, including borrowing money from friends and high-interest lenders, or in the case of Richmond Towers resident, by slapping the balance on a credit card. Renters in DC and around the country are struggling to make their way in a city that's been flattened by 1-2 punch of a pandemic and recession. Even in times of relative regional prosperity, DC is a difficult city to live in. It constantly ranks as having one of the most expensive rental markets in the country, as well as in the nation's highest rates of income inequality, with the top fifth of its earners making about 29 times more than the bottom fifth. So it's no surprise that renters are underwater. By mid-June, more than 116,000 people, a figure equal to nearly 1 out of 6 people who live in the capital, have filed for unemployment in DC. By the end of the first week of June, the percentage of people in DC who were able to pay all or part of their rent dropped 3 points from the same period last year. According to the data collected, property management software RealPage, to under 83%, one of the highest drops in the country. As the effects of this historic mass layoffs begin to throttle in the economy and renters' wallets, renter data indicate more people than ever are relying on credit cards to make rent. Those who are able anyway, 8% of people in DC are unbanked, and 27% do not have access to a line of credit. Now, it also states here down the road, how will they pay off those credit cards? At this point, who cares? Who cares? When you need a roof over your head and you need a way to stay, because, the landlord has to pay property taxes, insurance, maintenance, upkeep of the building. So it's easy as a tenant to say, well, the landlord could just simply waive the rent. The landlord has bills due of their own, his or her own. So it's not that simple. And if the landlord leveraged the bank's money, right, in order to maintain and keep up with the property, then the landlord has to service the bank. And so this is why I was proclaiming at the beginning of this year. I saw a video that I made 7 months ago, right? I had my natural hair in and all. 7 months ago, that I was explaining to people that we were entering into a recession, and that if you had credit card debt at that time, right, 7 months ago, to pay your cards down, keep them open, and keep them in good standing, because we are headed in a recession and you may rely on credit cards for replacement income. So if you have any cash, which I'm not sure of, right, because at the time of this recording, 1 out of 4 Americans before the recession had $400 in the bank in cash reserve for times of emergencies. So now is not the time when people are filing for unemployment, when the 600 unemployment will be ending in approximately 2 weeks, right? To tell people to save, to tell people to pay off credit card debts, or to tell people that to cut up your credit cards or even get a second job, because that's not realistic and it will not happen in this economy. And it will be this way for maybe 2 to 3 years, right? So yes, more people are relying on credit cards to pay rent. And that's a great thing to me, because again, credit cards is something that, whatever way people want to define it, is an emergency savings account. It's emergency cards. At this point, you can use credit cards to leverage, to purchase assets, but some people are using credit cards right now not to take vacations, not to buy high fashion clothing lines, not to go on shopping sprees. People are using credit cards to pay essential bills and to have a roof over their heads and to make groceries. So where are the people that advise you to cut them up? Where are they? Are they going to help you pay your bills at this time? Are they going to tell you credit cards are evil? See, I always go against the mass majority of population. To me, debt is when you pay interest. Credit is when you make interest, right? Debt is when you're paying interest. Yes, it's absurd to have a $9,000 credit card that you were paying 27% interest on. That is absurd. But it's also absurd to have a vehicle that you're paying 15% interest on. It's also absurd, in my opinion, to have a vehicle that you're paying 60 months or 6 years. By the end of that 6 months or 6 years, people, that vehicle is going to depreciate it, and the life of its drivability, right, is going to be questioned unless you have a high, a vehicle that can really take high mileage, right? Like a Chevy, for example. You know, those Chevys can go $200,000, $300,000 Chevy trucks. But people are not getting quality vehicles that they're paying 6 years and double digits interest rates. You have vehicles now that you can get 1.9% financing interest rate if you're a part of a credit union, or if you're a part of a credit union, getting your student loans balances transferred over. So this is where America is. And I'm going to ask you again, right? Yes, I am milking credit. So again, whether you're just coming in or you're catching this on a replay, I want you to hashtag got credit. Simply, do you have credit? There are a lot of people who are coming to me now wanting their credit fixed or, repaired or restored. And they're telling me, okay, I have a 680 credit score, and we pulled a credit report and it's 40, 50 points less than what they thought it was. Because number one, it's been years and months before they've even checked their credit scores. And now they only need it for emergencies, right? And they come to realize, well, I didn't know that 3 months of deferment or late payment dropped my credit score. They told me, it's always they told me, the banks told me that I could not pay for 3 months, but the banks did not tell you that still will have a negative impact, slow or no payment on your credit score. And now they have a 50-point drop in their credit score, and now they don't have credit and they don't have cash, right? Let me read some comments. Credit cards or emergency cards, people. Yes, they are. I used to say they are leverage cards, but now I'm just saying they are emergency cards right now. Zeus says, give him those Japanese cars. I have a Chevy. I have a BMW. The BMW has done me well also, but a lot of people don't maintenance their cars to drive 7 to 10 years, to be honest with you. It's just that their lack of maintenance, they ignore the essentials. And so they don't, whenever I recognize anything is wrong with my vehicles, I'm taking it directly to my mechanic, and I invest in the best of a mechanic, right? I don't take, mechanics that just for cheap prices. I want somebody of quality. And a lot of people don't get those vehicles serviced the way they do. They don't get the oil changed the way they should. Just little things that they should do on their vehicles, right? And so there's, one thing I value and respect. So I just wanted to share this article with you all. I just wanted to let you know that you need credit, got credit. We are milking credit and milk and honey. And this last thing, and I'm going to sign off. I'm going to pull it up from my Facebook page. I want to let you all know that the dollar is depreciating at a higher rate. And so I did not save the article, but I did do a screenshot on it on my Facebook, and it got very little. Well, I don't think it got any likes, but it's very important and imperative as it relates to the dollar. Also, another announcement, I'm not sure if you all know, but North Carolina approves reparations, apologies for the role in slavery for African Americans per se. However, that reparations does not include health payments. I mean cash payments. So, and it just did not include African Americans reparations, but also other minorities. And so the reparations were in form of investing in housing, you know, health communities, et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, that's, you know, if you're going to do reparations, do it in cash, right? And give it, it's my daughter. Let me find this other article. And give it in form of cash payments if you want to be fair and equal. I don't know how many of you all know, but not only President Obama, but he did it during his administration as well. Many other presidents have been giving Israel, Jews, the current Jews, not the Jews of the Bible who are of my complexion and skin tone, millions and billions of dollars of reparations a year. And the United States was not even responsible for the Holocaust, right? So why is it that African Americans or blacks cannot get reparations and cash payments like they're giving Israel in the United States? So this article, I'm the only person that liked it. I don't think maybe people that follow me on Facebook didn't have the time or just didn't understand the context of it. But it reads, China vows to retaliate against Trump in special economic status. Now, I don't know the full history behind this, right? But what I do know is that milk the cow, gather the honeybee, Zeus. What I do know is that in doing so, America, and this is on the topic of reparations, had an issue, right, with how Iranians were enslaved or treated in slavery. And again, I still don't know why America has an issue with that when they don't have an issue with African American slavery or slavery of blacks, right? And as a result of having an issue with that, they, right, gave or is instituting that any businesses from the United States that's doing business with China, right, they cut off those sanctions or business ordeals. So you have the NBA, you have Disney, you have Nike, right? Just the list goes on and on of businesses that do exchange and export with China and the banking system. And so the United States is cutting off those deals, and this will affect the US dollar. And how is that so? Because these exchanges were happening with the United States dollar, right? And so now that the exchange of China and these big businesses, right, corporations will not be dealt in US China in dollars, China and Iran has began to make negotiations in Iraq, particular with their oil. And so US dollars will not be used for the exchange, but now gold between Iran and Iraq and China, which will make our dollar, if you know anything, the US dollar was known as the petrodollar because of our partnership and negotiation with Iran and Iraq, that it would only exchange its oil in US dollars, right? And so with that being said, Iran and China will not exchange in US dollars. It will be physical gold. If you've been studying anything about China, it was a rising, booming economy. And China over the last 5 years has been accumulating more physical gold than United States. And as I was talking to my friend guy today, and I was discussing, you can't get away from God's money. You can't get away from God's system, right? And this is not a religious rant or anything, because whoever your God is, the law of the universe, or, there's a supreme God, and there are other names of God, in the Bible, based on whatever your situation may be. If you need healing, if you need a provider, he's known as Jehovah Jireh. If you don't have enough, he's known as El Shaddai. So God carries on many, many names and many titles in the Bible. So this is not going to be a biblical lesson, but God's money and God's order for health and healing, you can't get away from it. It's always going to retrieve back to gold. Biblically, gold and silver has been money. It always will be money. It never loses its intrinsic value. And whenever man's system fails, it always has to fall back to gold. So in 5 years, gold, or God's money, is predicted to be at least $5,000 an ounce. Right now, it's still under $2,000, right? And again, as I was telling my friend guy, that you can mask up your face, you can cut your oxygen supply, but that's God's way of keeping you a healthy, healing body. You can't stop those systems. If you continue to cut off your oxygenated supply of breathing and exhaling throughout the day, you're going to have health issues in the fall. Now, they may label it as something else. That's why they are already predicting the rates will increase in the fall, because they know people are wearing these masks 8 hours a day or longer on their jobs, and they are limiting their oxygen supply. And it's going to create something called carbon dioxide toxicity. So if you never heard of this, you need to Google this and research it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. And let me make sure I have that spelling right. Carbon dioxide toxicity. God's way of providing oxygen to our body and our brain and to our blood is that through the earth, through the trees, through plants, right? And our way of providing health and nourishing to plants is through our intake, through our breathing out carbon dioxide, or some people may say carbon monoxide. And so if you are in a position to receive any type of oxygen throughout the day, if you have to go outside, if you're able to go to the gym, if your gym is still open, and get some cardio exercise. My gym is the only place that I can go to right now in Mississippi, right? That that can give pure oxygen, that you don't have to wear a mask. So that's it. Let me see. What did Jesus said? That the only thing Nick Cannon should apologize for is his comedic career. Oh, you all are talking about Nick Cannon. I was looking at something else. Let me read through these comments and then I'm signing off. Let me read through these comments and then I'm signing off. I had to log in because I'm about to politely block someone. Let me see if they still, I don't think Jesus blocked them. I'm trying to log into my channel. Fitness Tech, please talk on credit. Fitness Tech, this is my channel. I spoke on credit at the beginning, and I'm speaking in the order that I want to. So I don't know particularly what he wanted me to speak on credit about. He could have just asked the question outright. So respect cash first, pay yourself first. That's true, but that message is probably long overdue. At this point, we are, and this will go down in the history books. Again, I say this all the time. It will make 2008 look like a flesh wound. 2020 is going to be ugly. I don't even know if ugly is a nice way. This is going to be the crash of all crashes. This is going to be the Titanic. This economic year is going to go in the history books, comparable already to the Great Recession, or the Great Depression, rather. Nick Cannon's, okay, the secret relationship between Blacks and Jews. Thank you, Sean. I would definitely read that. Imagine instead of bailing out corporation with those 5-4T, we just invest in the Black community. Yeah, but they don't want to do that. We will never get reparations in forms of cash payouts. Just symbolism, apologies, and that's it. Like I'm in Mississippi, and just remove the signs or symbolism of racism. And most African Americans or Blacks are perfectly content with that because they don't know the big picture. They don't know about the Holocaust. They don't know about the reparations of payout in cash that the Jews are receiving right now. And so they settle for that. They're celebratory for that. But, I don't think that's fair and it's right. Easy says, reparations to him is Blacks getting equal treatment, justice under the law, access to housing and jobs equal to whites, no profiling, Blacks are killing us, access to business loans. Okay. All right. Thank you. Got credit. We can get back on credit now. That was just a commercial break. Wow, Azush, you had to approve that comment? That is interesting. You read that book? Okay, so Frederick Douglass said, power concedes nothing without a demand. Deep thought. All right, K-Love. K-Love, give us an update on those grocery prices while you're there. Crypto Student, thank you for the $5 super chat. Anything about crypto that you can share knowledge with on this channel that you know will help people. And that's why people, the experts say to invest in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the people's currency. So as the dollar continues to fail and depreciate and lose its purchase power, that's why the strong push for Bitcoin, right? So Crypto Student, thank you for supporting the channel and for that $5 super chat. The Bretton Woods Agreement wasn't created in 1944. Under this agreement, countries promised that their central banks would maintain fixed exchange rates between their currencies and the dollar. I'm trying to see. And Sean, when was the IRS or Feds created? Was it 1934, I believe? Got credit. Thank you. Beautiful profile picture. Warrior for the truth. New subscriber, thank you so much for the wealth of knowledge that you teach and share with love and concern. Yes, I do. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Young timer, got credit with 0 balances. Average 740 credit score. I thank God for people like you on YouTube to help those of us who don't know. Yes, young timer, congratulations on that 0 balance. Keep those cards open and keep them in good standing. They are now your emergency cards, right? And so thank you so much for those kind words and kind comments. True that Queen war is with China, United States in the upcoming years. So you're looking at a recession, a great recession. And then you always know that war always drastically hurts an economy as well. We're easy. I don't understand why you're saying this, hon. We're already feeling the effects, right? We're already feeling the effects of a recession. You know how many people, millions of people are unemployed right now? You know how many people that after these 2 weeks will have no income? And Congress is still on their vacation, right? And that they're scheduled to take another one in August. Even with this second stimulus, right? The second stimulus right now, it's just a discussions, right? Then right now they're saying under $40,000 a year to qualify. I feel highly that it's going to be higher than that, than 40,000, right? And so, but even after this recession, or even after this second stimulus, you will not, there's no more income coming in. So what are people going to do? They get this second stimulus, they live out a couple of months or maybe the rest of 2020. And then what? And then what if the schools that are scheduling to open within the upcoming weeks, right? What if they close down before election in October? Now parents have to take care of their kids, and they already have to take care of their children from home now. Even with schools reopening, children that will be attending schools, right? Their parents are deciding that they're going to allow to go back to school, still will never be attending on a daily basis. They will be attending school every other day, and the school hours will be cut for the schools that still will open their doors. Los Angeles, San Antonio, Atlanta has already declared, I think Florida, all virtual online, you know. So now your bills, expenses have to increase. We are experiencing a heat wave across the United States. Light bill will increase, groceries. And that's why I've been strongly preaching and teaching to people that you need to open a home-based business and get more money, $300 to $600 a month out of your paycheck if you are fortunate enough to still have a job. Because that's the same concept that President Trump is trying to get out of the PPP, paycheck protection, where he's trying to reduce the amount of, or trying to reduce you're paying into Social Security and Medicare to free up, which is 6.2% of your paycheck, which will be about 7.2% if you're not paying into Social Security and Medicare. So why not do that when it comes to federal taxes through a home-based business and do it legally in case the paycheck protection plan does not pass, right? I'd be happy to share. Crypto, I would like to learn about the altcoins. Bitcoin right now is pretty much out of a lot of people's price range. I think it's about $9,100 a Bitcoin. So altcoins right now. Thank you, Sean. He said IRS was created in 1862. Okay, I thought the feds or the Jekyll, the creature from Jekyll Island was 1934 because gold was confiscated in 1931. I'm not sure. Um, oh, Easy. I keep telling Easy keep coming up on my channel and think it's going to be up to Democrats or Republicans. So I'll let Easy keep that belief. Um, I'm trying to tell Easy that at the end of the day, the Democrats and Republicans, right? They tangle in the same beds. It's all a part of the plan. You have to save yourself. We are in transition to a recession. Bretton Woods was the last time that gold was used to peg the currency. We can never pay back this $1 trillion debt. This is global. Exactly. And gold, we will never get back to gold back in the dollar, or we will never get back to that. All of this is in a plan to shift to the digital dollar. Let's be honest. They're shifting to the digital dollar. So I don't know about you all, but here in Mississippi, we have a lot of payday loans. Now, in northern parts of the state, and if you all, I have some people from Detroit, New York, that may be on New Jersey. In the northern part of the states, you don't see a lot of payday loans, right? In Mississippi, I did a video. You can look on my channel, a commentary. I rode down the strip of a highway in Mississippi, and it was at least 7 or 8 payday loans. So now when the dollar goes digital and people with bad credit and low income are not able to go to payday loans, right, and get those cash advances, what do you think they will have to depend on? The dollar is going, Forbes just did an article on it. I'll see if I can find it as you all read your comments, that the dollar is going digital quicker or faster than expected. So let me see if I can pull that article to share with you all. Let me read the comments. Credit analyzation and it's needed. Thanks. Okay, go to my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. I should already have that site and ready to type. And go to credit help. And it gives you the step-by-step process of how to get your credit analysis done. Thank you. Thank you. I buy my emergency food supply. Ready for Wise for food has 25-year shelf life. That's a smart move. We are transitioning to a reset. Bretton Woods. Okay, I think I've already read that one. Read an article that blacks were discriminated against the PPP. Wow. Okay. We actually need Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi out there. The problem, Trump wants a stimulus check, and that we will get a stimulus check. They will agree on this, and the stimulus check will be bigger than the $1,200, right? It will be bigger than $1,200. It will be bigger than the recent stimulus check. But this is it. The unemployment is going to be, I heard someone from New Jersey said they're going to extend that for 52 weeks. I'm not sure if that person was referring to their state unemployment, but I know the federal unemployment, I highly would be surprised if that continued. That, in my personal belief, will be gone because they are stating that it's giving people incentives not to return back to work. Yeah, it's our plan. It is. The king of debt, strategically planned, and behind this, a lot of him and his rich friends is going to get richer. The multimillionaires love recession. If you as a middle class person love Dollar Tree, Dollar General, whatever discount places you can shop. Those are the ones I know. Family Dollar, that's in the South. Walmart, right? That's the way the multimillionaires and the billionaires love recessions. Everything is at a discounted price and they stack up on their assets. So recessions for them is times of prosperity and not poverty, right? So that's my website to go and get your credit analysis. Click on the tab. Oh, I put that in wrong. It doesn't have an X behind mine. It's www.fixmycreditandcash.com. So let me retype. Crypto Student says you don't have to buy a full book Bitcoin. You can buy $5 worth if you like. But I'm a fan of privacy coins and fast but cheap transitional coins when it comes to altcoins. So crypto, real quick, tell us what altcoins are. As I read my other comments, you see payday loans in economically deprived areas. You never see car title payday loans. Exactly. Storefronts and higher income homes. Exactly. We will see how well this credit talk ages when the nation's credit reports get reported at the end of next quarter. Keep milking though. I sure will. You all make sure you hashtag got credit, because you're talking about the credit condition of the people. You need to be more concerned about the credit condition of the United States of America. Now that's the bankruptcy you should be concerned about, and the credit condition you should be concerned about. Not with people that are using credit for their essential needs, to pay rent and to keep their lights, water, and gas on and food in their children's mouth. Because if you're going to depend on the government for the next upcoming months and you don't have credit, my question is always going to be, got credit? Right? I would rather have credit and not need it than need credit and not have it. Oh yes, it's total ripoff, the interest on payday loans. Yeah, they never allow you to pay back. And unlike credit cards, payday loans comes with some type of collateral or a rights of garnishment on your paycheck. All right, Justin says New York is extended 46 to 56 weeks. So Justin, is that state unemployment? Because federal ends in 2 weeks. Okay. Crypto said, I would also warn you, just like the tech bubble, a lot of them will die off. So scalping, day trade, and swing trade are necessary tools in space. Crypto Student, with your, what's the name of that profile picture? Incredible Hook. Oh my God, that's so cute. You are absolutely, I've been telling people on my channel, why would you buy and hold long-term in the stock market? It's designed to take your wealth. You gain and then you hold, and after 10, 12, 15 years, even in your 401k, you lose everything that you gain and then some. And in the stock market, wealth is never lost, it's simply transferred. So crypto trading is definitely something that I have on my to-do list for a skill that I can learn. Exactly. Trump and his partners will be able to buy more property for cheap. So that's my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. That's the correct website. That's right. Got credit. Who is the person let me scroll back on his profile. I want to thank you. I have a new campaign, Damien. You know, the Got Milk campaign. We're all saying now, got credit. So thank you so much. So you can join the bandwagon and type in that hashtag. John Robinson, I'm looking to one diamond gold black crypto coin that will dominate. Most cryptos don't know which one, but there will be one. Right now it's Bitcoin. There is a there's a gold. Ethereum is gold backed crypto. Ethereum, sorry. Ethereum. Oh my God, I can't think of the other gold backed crypto right now. Ethereum, and I can't think of it, but there are already gold back. I know Ethereum is one, which is Bitcoin's competitor, which is right now I think still under $300. So Ethereum is backed by physical gold. Outline. Okay. Our altcoins is any coin that isn't Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was the original. Okay, I got you. A lot of them are built on Bitcoin or Ethereum. All right. That's right. We got milk and honey. I'm going to find that scripture for you all. So let's share this article real quick. I'm supposed to be off my live stream because my home-based business is having a webinar. U.S. dollar moves closer to digital. U.S. moved closer to digital dollar on June 30th, 2020. The Senate Banking Committee held a hearing on the future of the digital dollar. The pressures to create a digital USD are mounting as China recently began testing its own digital currency. China is on the move, you all. Yeah, China and United States are going to clash. We will be including popular applications like WeChat and Alipay. A particular concern is widespread about the adoption of the digital yuan in emerging markets in the international trade. The idea of a dollar-backed digital currency gained mainstream media last year during the Libra Congress hearings, where Facebook introduced a new type of digital unit backed by a basket of currency and commodities. Although David Marcus insisted that Libra users will not have to put their trust in Facebook and that Libra will be decentralized currency, regulators weren't buying it and expressed concern over the long-term threat to traditional financial system. On July 2019, regulators requested a moratorium on the project. So I'm not going to read all of this, just letting you know that we are closer to US digital dollars. It goes on to read distribution issues with the $1,200 stimulus checks created a new momentum for the digital dollar and a more efficient financial distribution machine. It's no secret that many are still waiting for their stimulus checks, while 1.4 billion in stimulus. This is unbelievable. 1.4 billion was sent to dead people. And we still have Americans that's waiting on their first stimulus. So that's why I'm not into Democrats or Republican, right? It's all you got to save yourself. You need to give yourself a lifeline. The Digital Dollar Project has released its first white paper detailing path for consideration for development of U.S. central digital currency. And this was released already, Sean. I'm looking forward to one. Okay, I've already read that. Got credit and wanted to share more to grow assets. That's right. We got credit and we want to secure more cows. We're milking credit. And you know what? And if you can get any land, agriculture, livestock, not livestock, livestock, cows, with our food distribution going on there, you're still going to be in a good place, right? To milk credit, right? If I could buy cows with credit cards, I would. You probably can. I just don't know about livestock investing, or I don't have the land to upkeep them anyway. Yes, Bitcoin cannot be controlled. Bitcoin is always the people's money, right? It's always the people money. because the American system suck and no one talks anymore, government can't control anything effectively because there is an overhaul. This is where, and crypto teacher, if you're still on, what platforms do you purchase your crypto from? Coinbase, crypto.com, or some platforms that I use. I just want to know what platforms you're using. Okay, thank you, Sean. You can still get acres of lands for 5 to 10,000 in Colorado and near Denver, Aspen. Oh, really? Wow. To do livestock farming in? Actually, I've never visited Colorado. I would love to, though. FICO 10 hit my credit hard by 800. So Martin, aka Detroit, did you have to pull your FICO 10 from myfico.com, or where did you see your FICO 10 credit score? All right. Sandra says she purchased from Coinbase and Cash App. Okay, I don't buy crypto from Cash App, but I know with Cash App, they have made some updates with Cash App and the transition to go digital as far as depositing and withdrawing money or currency from your checking accounts on Cash App as well. So everything is transitioning to digital. Placed a few gold, silver stocks on her silver stacking report. Yes, and someone purchased my silver stacking report. When I go out live, I need to email it to them. They purchased it on yesterday. So just talked to my chef friend about how cities could have chickens and grow potatoes in a very, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still, I mean, my family has lots of land here in Mississippi as well. It's just that, you know, the concept of farming, my great grandparents have passed on, and it's not too many people in the family that still doing it today. And they're actually, you know, still able to know, have the knowledge on how to develop and healthily have farms and everything. 7-13-year investments, apparently. Okay. Blessed to live on a farm with chickens, eggs, pigs, cows, goats, lamb, and small garden. Oh my God, that is a blessing because I love lamb. That is a blessing, and I know you do, Alice. He'll have your protection arsenal when there may be a food scarcity or shortage as well. Wasn't it already proposed and legislated with the first stimulus proposal? They want to mint $1 trillion coin to back the digital dollar. I didn't hear of that, Justin. I'm not saying that it was or it wasn't. Just saying I haven't heard of it, right? There's a lot of manipulation in this market. Be careful. Learn to buy high and sell low. Exactly. You and Homestead and Prepper channels. Okay. Okay, help people to get more prepared. Thank you. Alice, they're asking. Okay, Alice says she's in Texas. But happy, Alice, don't tell us exactly where in Texas, honey, because you may have a flood of needy people that may need feeding. But thank you. I need to buy some food with your credit card. Martin, you're in Detroit. Alice is in Texas. But if you all can some type of way communicate, and if that's something that Alice is open to doing, there she go. Marcia says she's in East Texas. So I don't know if it's you two have a way for you all to communicate. Do you stake or go for interest? Do you think the C virus is push us fast to digital currency? Yeah, now I think it pushed us faster. I think it was the exact. I don't think it's different from any other Ebola, H1N1, swine flu, Spanish flu in 1918. The list goes on and on. I don't think it was any different than any of those, right? I don't think it was any different than any of those that happened right before the economy crashed. If you study the crashes of economies, always some type of health pandemic that follows 2 or 3 years later. It was Ebola, 2008, right? You remember that? Always the swine flu, always the what's that? Measles. So I think the question people should be asking is, why are there health epidemics that seem to be strategically always scheduled along with economic recessions? So crypto student said, I use Qcoin and several wallets. I also do off-book trading for other commodities such as gold, silver, and real estate. That's wonderful. Trading commodities is great. Another skill that I want to learn and get more astute in. So you all are having your private conversation. I'm trying to show them. Okay, so Alice says, let's get to Alice. Everybody want to know Alice. She says she do ship to friends. Okay. Sure, go ahead, share your email. If you all want, I need your email. I never know. I may need to get with you to ship me some food, Your neighboring state. So yes, Ms. Hill, please share your email. This is the purpose of my channel. I want smart, intelligent people right here, networking, helping one another through this. So that's why I always share people that are creative. These are creative ways for us to share the knowledge and to help one another on this channel, not complainers, not criticals who hustle and not hate, and those who focus on prosperity and not poverty. So you are definitely in that alignment. And Ms. Hill, once you share your email, I will leave it up for everyone to take. And we will log off. And Jesus, what is going on with Rick? Rick haven't been on live in a while. But Ms. Hill, I'm serious. We don't know where this economy headed. So please share your email, right? I think farmers would rather drive John Deere's than Benz, but hey, you never know. It's all about your preference. And Ms. Hill said they just had a Bitcoin issue with Twitter today. Okay. And Ms. Hill, still waiting on your email. Then I'm going to log off. And in the meantime, anyone have any credit questions? All you do is trade and analyze real estate in the home-based business program. I'm looking for a bounce. Yes, we do have, in our home-based business program, we have an Equity Max program with land banking that's located in California, rare land. To my knowledge and the insiders, Warren Buffett is also invested into that. And that's in our Equity Max program in the home-based business. And we're actually live now. They have a big announcement that I need to be logged into and listening in on our home-based business call. But we have 2 more that I'm going to make sure that I also log in. But let me share this with you about
introducing the Financial Edge member,
the home-based business land banking program that we have. As I leave Miss Hills. Oh, you Queen, I love that email. Queen at hill@gmail.com. And I'm going to share this with crypto student about our equity banking program in a home-based business. It's Equity Max. I'm sorry, no, it's not. I'm at the wrong thing. These are all our components that we do. Tax reduction strategy, money max, credit max, equity max. But the wealth max, right? Now that you've increased your cash flow, it's time to get your money. It's time to get your money, making money for you by following the strategies outlined in Wealth Max. Wealth Max expert helps you. Wait a minute, it's not that well. Is this the right one? Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Need my glasses on because the script is small print and my eyes are tired. I've been on my laptop all day today. Okay, design the right wealth plan to achieve your financial goals. Set up your private reserve account so that you become your own bank and purchase land for you in the path of growth at 20 to 40% below market value. Get your money working for you and you become your own bank instead of having to depend on one again. So we do have that in the home-based business Wealth Max program. Again, that's through Making Wealth Real, and Crypto Teach Student is only a one-time investment. So we're helping people get $200 to $600 on average out of their paycheck, right? The same concept of what President is trying to do through paycheck protection of not allowing Social Security and Medicare to come out of your paycheck. So you get that 6.2% out of your paycheck legally by using the strategies that the rich and wealthy do to pay less taxes legally and keep more of your money. And then we help people. It's not about how much money you make, it's how you earn your money. So we help people now position themselves to get passive income instead of just labor income. And also the credit max restoration help people with minor credit issues get their credits intact. Again, Martin, I was waiting on you to tell me where you saw your FICO 10 score as well. Through our Credit Max program, then you have Equity Max, which is a debt elimination plan. So it gives you a strategy to pay down your debts. And you won't believe how many people need strategies to pay down their debt. Because definitely, if they didn't need strategies, people definitely would not be tripping over credit card debt right now. So it's good to pay down debt, but during recession, it's even better to know what debts or what type of debts you should pay down. So it's a difference in collateral debt and non-collateral debts. Okay, you all, I've been on an hour. My voice is getting weak and I'm getting tired. So let me log off and I have more credit to do. Hello, Sophia. Jesus, Justin, you all are just having a good conversation. Let me answer this credit question. How long after foreclosure can Kimberly, anything on your credit report that's inaccurate, incomplete, or unverifiable can be deleted? I don't care if it's a bankruptcy, a foreclosure, a charge off, a collection. If it's reported inaccurate, incomplete, or unverifiable, it can be deleted. So for a credit consultation, a credit analysis, and consultation, go to my website, www.fixmycreditandcash.com. Select the tab Credit Help. I'll show it to you all. Select the tab Credit Help. And that's I had to push it back to 5 business days. This is the tab Credit Help. Custom credit analysis. Need credit help, start here. Please, because it's Cash App payment, include your name and email address in the notes. And this is the credit report that I use. This full tri-merge credit. It's only $1 for 7 days if you cancel within 7 days. After you have pulled your credit report, you have to email me your report, right? This is step 2. This is just step 1. You have to email me your credit report in HTML format. I have a video explaining how to do that here, along with the written instructions. After you have emailed me your credit report, allow up to 5 business days to receive your results via email. So make sure that you check your spam and or junk folder after the 5th business days. And then if you haven't received anything, just send me an email, quick email, and let me know. Queen, it's been 5 business days, and I have not received my credit analysis. Sean says, financial service banks will soon be just financial softwares and smart contracts will automate what institutions people handle. Well, the home-based business we have is 4 financial services, online financial services that people desperately need in this recession, right? Because I tell people all the time, cash flow is just not money flowing to you, it's money flowing back to you that you spend out. So thank you, Queen Ed Hill. Thank you so much, Miss Alice Hill, for that $19.99 super chat. And my favorite person in the whole wide world, you got that flow out today.
I had a little content. What the green light mean?
Come on, you see how my background looks.
Please.
So this is my daughter. Both of us have on the glasses. You see the back, it makes that background look like this.
How you found it out?
Too smart. So thank you, Miss Hill, for the $19.99 super chat. All right. You bring me some water before you go in there. My voice is parched.
Yeah,
bring me the wine glass though. I sent it 5 minutes ago. Okay. I'm sorry, Martin. I didn't see that. So Martin said he saw his FICO 10 score 5 minutes ago on Experian Credit Karma. Thank you all. Thank you all. Yep, I will keep you all informed. And now we have to get back. No, Martin, I'm so tired. I have to get back on my laptop. I had so many credit analysis I have to do. I think I did 15 credit affidavits in the last 2 days. I'm telling you. And that's how I know. The articles don't have to confirm for me. This is how I know people are in a financial crunch. And this is why I am milking credit. Because people they need credit to pay rent and to pay their bills. It's a need, and I'm giving everything. So I really do, on top of helping people in my home-based business get better. So I'm doing everything I can to help people as fast as I can in their credit situations. All of my income is passive residual except for my teaching income. I just need fresh business idea while I wait for the big crash. I'm happy to pay for a good community. Well, look, crypto teacher, this is an option. Now you all let me know, because and crypto teacher, you're saying that you are a teacher, right? And if Jesus is still on, because I know Jesus have a lot going on. How many thumbs up do we have? Crypto teacher, are you stating that you are like a public school teacher? Is that what you're saying? We got 50 thumbs up. We have twice as many people online. So if you all haven't hit the thumbs up, because I am a public school teacher as well. And I'm gonna tell you another public school teacher who's really, really good. I like his stuff. He teaches high school. Johnny Bravo. Do you all follow Johnny Bravo on YouTube? His up-to-date financial information is really, really good. So this is what I can do. Thank you, Jesus. This is what I can do, you all. I can find people that follow me on my live stream. And YouTube has an option, right, that I can set up for a monthly subscription. And for those people that it may be from $4.99 to $9.99, we can set up a monthly subscription. Those who are on a monthly subscription can get access to certain teachers that I find and identify. And as we teach on different subjects for people that have those monthly subscriptions, then we can divide it between our teachings. I wanted someone definitely for crypto, trading, crypto in particular. I'm not, I may find someone for stocks trading. I'm not sure. But I will only do stocks trading, not for the long term. And thank you, Jesus. Other knowledge topics, but right now I'm just really riding on crypto, where people can get their money in and their money out, right? So you all hit your thumbs up, because people are going to need immediate cash on hand. And they'll make, Kelly, you give me some more water. When the stimulus run and when their stimulus checks run out and when the unemployment ends, right? So, okay, crypto teacher, thank you. So Johnny Bravo has a good channel as well. He's also a high school public school teacher. So you real estate companies, crypto teacher, if you will, send me an email and we'll look at what we can do to really, really help people. And who knows, I don't know if you're planning on going back to work when school opens, but there may be other things in plan. And thank you, Mark, in store. Do you all like my Facebook profile pic? You all see that Queen of Credit there? This is my first time. I made a mistake and clicked on it, and the picture just came up. So that's my Facebook profile picture. So crypto teacher, send me an email, and maybe we can do credit and crypto. Another person that I will contact is Forex trading. Joshua CEO, he's reached out to me on Instagram. He sent me a lot of clients with credit repair, so they can use their credit to flip and invest and cash out in Forex as well. So he's very, very big here on YouTube. And so we'll connect. He's just busy. I'm trying to do a live stream with him. Both of us are busy and our schedules clash. Okay, so I look forward to you emailing me, crypto teacher. Thank you all so much. I'll give you all the thumbs up. Jesus is my YouTube, my YouTube crush or something. Thank you, Jesus. Says I look gorgeous. Okay, you all. So I have to get back to credit. Thank you, Warrior, for the truth. I got people in need of help. You all have a great night.